This first one was sent to CornyDriveThru@gmail.com from Charlie in Starkville, Mississippi.
Welcome back. Nobody missed your ass, but welcome back. So you can blow off your steam like you used to do.
All right, can we get to this question here? Blow off your steam like you used to do. Here's a question from Charlie. Bobby Heenan used to say,
yes,
a guy would have $1 million body and a 2-cent brain. Who are the best examples of wrestlers you think have $1 million bodies and 2-cent brains?
Oh my God. From down through history or right now? I mean, because that used to be the fucking, even if a guy really didn't deserve it, like the first thing they said about the Road Warriors was like $1 million body and a 10-cent brain. Because that was the thing that the guys would say in the business when all of the bodybuilders and the muscle builders started coming in. But I mean, you could go back to the Magnificent Zulu. Remember, he was a classic example of a guy with $1 million body and a 10-cent brain. He just couldn't get to wrestling business. And this doesn't even mean that the guy was just stupid as a person. It was a knock on their wrestling psychology and ability to grasp the business. So you could say that about 90% of the people today that look any good. That Brian Cage, $1 million body, 10-cent brain. Not with it, as Frank Spaceman Hickey would say. Or, I don't want to say Brown the Strongman, our friend that, his food show got picked up again, I think, for a second season. Even though he doesn't eat everything on the menu, which I think is false advertising. Because he had some psychology about himself and has parlayed this into a hosting gig or whatever, but I don't know he ever really got the wrestling down. But it's anybody that just looks fantastic, but just Hulk Hogan, who we're going to talk about shortly. When he first got in the ring, it wasn't. Lawler saw him the first time he saw him. He said, there's no hope, right? He came back when he started full time in the territory a couple months later, and there was like a barest glimmer of hope. And the only reason that anybody would have pursued that hope was because of how he looked. But he got it. So he didn't, at first he fit the classification, $1 million body and 10-cent brain, but he grew out of it.
All right. I guess that answers that.
Well, I was waiting for you to ask me any follow-ups that are needed to fully flesh this thing out.
No, I think you gave a good answer without having to go too deep. $1 million question opportunity, 10-cent question. All right, but Jim, let's go
it's
on
the
here.
same thing as like we used to say. He's like the dinosaurs. That giant body and a brain the size of a walnut, and that's why they became extinct.